Hello everybody, my name is Richard Santoro and I welcome you to Third and Zen, the YouTube channel where every week we are sharing a spiritual message to nourish ourselves heart, mind, body, and soul. As you can see, I am coming from a different location with this week's video. I'm actually at the beach and the phone is being held vertically rather than horizontally, so I apologize for that. First, thanks for stopping by the channel. Thanks for taking the time to check in, to say hello, all that stuff. I appreciate you, and I hope that this video finds you doing well, finds you entering the summer season. Yeah, I hope you're finding peace, healing, love, joy, whatever it is you may need at this moment in your journey. So, all right, so today I'm coming to you from the beach because I came to the beach this morning and my plan was to go home after the beach and record the message that I was going to do for this week. But it's so nice here and it ties in so perfectly to this week's message. What I want to do is something I've done in the past with other audiences, but we all could use a reminder all the time, and different audiences might be hearing this for the first time. I want to share a list of spiritual tips for the summer. Spiritual tips, ways for us to stay spiritually connected. This was first shared with me quite a few years ago from a mentor, professor at school, the chair of my department that I was studying under. And it actually comes from a website, spiritualityandpractice.com. I'll share the link if the link is still available. I'll share it below. This isn't their full list. It's a partial list. I'm not going to do the whole thing. It's a lengthy list, but it's it's selections that I've highlighted and that I think are worth sharing. And I'll expand on some of the items a little bit as I deem necessary. So take a nice deep breath. For me, with salt air, it's the sounds of surf and sun and people. Wherever you are, take a moment. Invite yourself to be still, be present, be available, be open. Have a spiritual sense of relaxed awareness, and just get yourself prepared in whatever way you feel is best for you. So let's get started with today's message, shall we? So let's share some spiritual tips for us to stay spiritually connected as we enter the summer. Number one, golden days. And I'll be reading from the list. So these are not my words for the most part, but I'll add my own. So number one, golden days. Gold is the color of summer. In Tibet, it is known as the color for healing. And we can fill our homes or our workplaces with golden objects. Number two, walk. Walk for the glory of God. Here's a quote from the author. Walking is the great adventure, the first meditation, a practice of hardiness and soul primary to humankind. Walking is the exact balance between spirit and humility. We can make an intention that the next walk we take outside in nature will be dedicated to whatever we deem necessary, to the praise of God. Walk slowly, keeping our senses attuned to the wonders that surround us. In appreciation, say a mantra, perhaps glory be to God. Now, I do want to add that I know that it's not easy or accessible for everyone to walk in nature or to walk great distances or great lengths, but maybe if you're confined to your home, make it an intention that you'll walk from here to there, or walk somewhere out in the yard, even if it's a short walk, but making that walk intentional, to be spiritual, to be in glory to God. Number three, go barefoot. Let the child in us come out to play. Taking off our shoes changes our connection with the world. We relax and let our guard down. Chief Luther Standing Bear reminds us, it was good for the skin to touch earth, and the old people like to remove their moccasins and walk with bare feet on the sacred earth. The soil was soothing, strengthening, cleansing, and healing. As the great Thich Nhat Hanh says, walk as though your feet are kissing the earth. And a reminder that Jesus walked a lot. And some side notes here, walking meditation, being mindful of our steps is wonderful. And taking our shoes off, right now my feet are in the sand, taking our feet off and just standing in the grass or on the pavement, it's a wonderful spiritual technique, a wonderful grounding technique. So I do highly recommend going barefoot. Number 4, find a new role model. What the author means by that, meditate on a rock. Can we become that silent and still inside? Meditate on a cloud or blowing grass. Can we be that flexible and light inside? What personal quality do we want to develop? Find something in nature that has that quality and be in it. And it is a wonderful meditative practice to meditate on something in nature. I, not right at this moment, but in the past, have just stared at waves and reflected on the impermanence of things, including all the troubles in our lives. And it is a wonderful practice to meditate on a tree, all the attributes of a tree, dropping their leaves and letting go and bending and being flexible in the wind. And I thought the other day, as I was doing that exact thing, maybe add this to it. A little bit of self-non-judgmentalism, maybe a little outward non-judgmentalism. We don't look at a tree and think, oh, that tree's lazy, it doesn't go anywhere. Or we don't look at the ocean or the water or the waves and think, oh, can't stay still, what's wrong with it? And we don't enjoy the wind and the breeze and think, oh, it's so flaky, it changes and inconsistent. So maybe we can do that as we reflect on nature and think of those same qualities in ourselves and in others, and maybe not be so judgmental towards ourselves or towards others, if that's necessary. Okay, I'm trying to keep my phone steady and my volume loud enough, so I hope it works. Number 6, float. When we are floating in the ocean, a lake, or the pool, reflect upon how divine support carries us through every day. Now again, not all of us might have access to float in an ocean, a lake, a pool, a body of water, but maybe apply this to a chair, a recliner, a couch, a bed, maybe a lounge chair outside, and just sit and reflect on the support. Number 7 is entitled Hello Beauty. We can put our joy and delight in the beauty of sunlight, stars, fireflies, flowers, trees, streams, plants, and we can use definitive, concrete words of praise and thanksgiving as we intentionally and mindfully notice the beauty in these things. Number 8, read outdoors. Read the Bible outdoors. Read anything outdoors. The author quotes, I don't think there is enough appreciated how much of an outdoor book the Bible is. Think of how many times Jesus taught while outdoors, or how often the psalmists use images of the natural world. Read some of your favorite scripture passages while you are out in nature and see how enriching the experience is. Jesus was a nature-grounded individual, water, earth, all of it, light. So reading the Bible outdoors, reading anything outdoors is a wonderful practice. Number 9, and this one has enriched me since the moment I read it years ago. Number 9 is take naps. Summer is the perfect time to take naps. And napping can be a spiritual practice, spiritual exercise. And please listen to this one with intention. Napping can be a spiritual exercise because it encourages us to trust. Yes, it's true. Use napping as an external sacrament of the inner ability to let go of managing every aspect of our lives. Give in to that urge to snooze and rejoice. Pardon me. The reason why this one was so enriching to me is because for me, I read that as napping as an act of faith, an act of saying the world, my life, all of it will be okay without me for 15 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, 20 minutes. So it's a good way of letting go of everything and knowing the world will continue to spin. And as a very, very wise friend used to say in the yoga class that she would teach, listen to your body. Listen to what your body wants and needs. If we're tired, listen to it. Take a nap. Pardon me. So, I like that one. Take a nap. Number 10, take in the wonder of sunsets. As we watch a sunset, ponder the shades and contrasts in our lives. Say goodbye to those parts of ourselves we wish to change or discard as the sun dips beyond the horizon. There's so much beauty in both sunrises and sunsets. Just taking it in any fashion is a wonderful spiritual practice. Okay, pardon me. I've turned the page over. I'm ready for the second half. Number 11, learn humility in the natural world. The author quotes, whales and redwoods both make us feel small. And I think that is an important experience for humans to have at the hands of nature. We need to recognize that we are not the stars of the show. We're just another pretty face, just one species among millions more. Purposefully seek out some places of grandeur in the natural world. Acknowledge our smallness in the vast scheme of things. There is so much grandeur in nature, whether it's stepping right outside and looking up at the sky, or looking at trees, or looking at the ocean, or any of it. Wonderful spiritual practice of humility is all around us. Number 12, Number 12, set up a wonder table. This author says, set up a small wonders table on your porch or in a corner of a room. Small little things that we find in nature and we collect and we set aside. This is an especially good project for families or with kids, or even just by ourselves for our own edification of spirituality. A constant reminder of all things spiritual and wonderful and beautiful throughout our summer season. Number 13, walk around the lake. The author says, from a Wallace Stevens poem. Perhaps the truth depends upon a walk around the lake. Ponder that thought as we circumnavigate a lake, a pond, a field, or even your block, or your home, or your living room. Just walk around something. Just the experience of moving puts things in perspective and enables us to take in the big picture. Number 14, savor summer sounds. Summer has sounds of its own, whether the laughter of kids playing in the pool or the serenade of crickets at night. Lie on the ground or in a lounge chair or anywhere for 15 minutes without saying anything. Pay attention with relaxed awareness and non-judgmental observation to what your mind is doing. Then notice what we hear around us. This exercise helps us to get better at two very important, valuable spiritual practices: silence and listening. Number 15. All right, I'm losing my paper here in the wind. Let's get it back. Number 15, feel the heat. Author Pema Chodron, the Buddhist teacher, writes, the way to dissolve our resistance to life is to meet it face to face. When we feel resentment because the room is too hot, we can meet the heat and feel its fieriness and its heaviness. When the temperature goes through the roof and we feel oppressed by the heat, meet it and accept it as a regular part of summer. Being unruffled by the heat or by anything that life throws our way is a spiritual practice that will help carry us through our figurative and literal hot days. Okay, just a few more here, and we're almost done. Number 16, revitalize with a fan. Remember that even when we are at our lowest ebb in the humid days of summer, we can always fan our vitality to life by standing in front of a fan or an air conditioner. As we are doing so, think about the people, experiences, or resources that renew our spirit. It's an interesting one. Give it a try. 2 more. Number 17, look up. The summer sky is spectacularly crowded with stars, and the warm nights make stargazing a very attractive activity. Invite others, families, friends, loved ones to join and have a moon viewing party. That could have another connotation that we won't go down. Admire the beauty of the stars and the moon. Read poetry or share memories about the beauty of summer evenings. An exercise that teaches connections and the unity of all creations. This is one that I have not done in a long time, and I do want. I'm gonna make an intentional practice to go out at night, go away from the lights of civilization and go look at the stars. Okay, the final one. Say blessing prayers. Celtic Christians walked a blessing path and were keenly aware of the long hand of God in their lives. They said blessings over the signs of this presence. Make sure we utter many blessings for the gifts of God that come with this summer. The sun that we always miss so much in the dark days of winter. Rain as it falls and revitalizes the earth that it lands on. Flowers, the beauty of the colors and the diversity all around. Grass, the smell of lawns being mowed and the feeling of grass under our feet. Breezes, fresh air, flowered air, salt air, summer air. Special foods that come with summer. For me, watermelon immediately comes to mind, and smell of barbecues. Birds, the sound of seagulls. Nothing like the sound of seagulls brings me back to joy. And I love the sound of owls. I hear them now outside my window all the time. Insects, yes, the sound of insects for summer are a wonderful little summer symphony. And all sounds of animals that we don't get to hear during the colder months. And many, many more that we can say Thanksgiving and blessing prayers for during our summer. So, my friends, this is a list of summer spiritual practices. Things that as we go about these months of summer, these wonderful, beautiful days, that we can vitalize our spirit, stay spiritually connected, stay spiritually nourished. Again, I'll put a link to this list if the link is still available on that website. It's been years since I checked. Apologies if I'm promising a link that will not come, but I'll do my best. But again, whatever it is that you find spiritually nourishing, spiritually fulfilling, spiritually connected to the summer days, I invite you to do that. I invite you to add that to the comments section if you want to help all of us out on our summer spiritual journey. But again, I thank you for stopping by the channel. If you want to like or subscribe or share, all that good stuff, it does help. Thank you for enduring the new format for today and all that is different about this video. I love you all. I wish you nothing but peace and joy on your journey, and go with God. Thank you, everybody. Let's see, let's give you a little, can I turn this around? I was gonna give you some waves. I can't find the turnaround thingy, but anyway, I love you all. Go with God. Have a great day. Ciao.